tweeting out the stream and whatnot. Oh my God, what a event.
Facts. Like I had tweeted out, I'm like, is this the best Misfits card so far? 'Cause I know one is legendary, but this one was also great.
Dude, it's hard. I keep saying over and over again, yo, this is the best Misfits card. This is the best Misfits. It's like one is legendary, two was amazing, three was great. Like this one was sick. I mean, it's just I don't know if there is a best anymore. It's all like when I look at it, I don't even see individual cards anymore. I'm looking at the whole thing, the whole series, and I'm seeing highlights in my head.
Yeah, I agree, man. Go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and jump into it. Your boy Saw Pop, man, he stole the show once again.
Oh my God. I don't like listen, you got to have confidence in your guys. You got to cheer for your guys. Obviously, like I got all the confidence in the world with Saul Poppy. But we're fighting Josh Bruckner. We're fighting
Yeah.
fucking Josh Bruckner. This ain't no like this isn't a joke. This isn't some like, YouTuber. This is like an MMA guy. As far as I know, he's undefeated, right? In boxing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like
Nothing.
this isn't fucking Andy Worski, all right? This isn't
Yeah.
Ham. Like this is a whole different level. I'm nervous, and fucking Salt Poppy is right out the gate showboating, and I'm sitting there like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, don't get too confident, don't get too confident. I was dead wrong. Salt Poppy just deletes them with ease. It's unbelievable, and you know, everyone's talking shit about Jake Paul. All right. You have fucking pros responding to Saul Poppy saying he needs to go pro, he needs to do this, he needs to do that. Can we take out these influencer boxers first? All right. Give us KSI, give us Jake Paul. We are fucking ready. And if it's not Saul Poppy, then who the fuck is it? All right. If it's not Saul Poppy for Jake Paul and KSI, then who the fuck is it in this influencer space? Dude, these people want to respond like, oh, he needs to go fight a pro boxer. He needs to fight this guy. He needs to fight that guy. What about Jake Paul? What about fucking KSI? Like that's who we want. Then we'll go fight some pros.
Yeah, I have Saw Poppy as my number one ranked YouTube boxer. He just has that look. That's why all the pros was like, oh, this guy he has the confidence. He know what he's doing. He's like he has it. And again, each fight, his stock is rising and rising and rising. He called out King Kenny. King Kenny said he'll beat him. So if not KSI and Jake, maybe King Kenny could be next.
No, King Kenny and Slim have been ducking Salt Poppy since the very fucking beginning. None of these people will fight them. When we're out there saying he's fighting Andy Worski because no one will fight him, we mean it. Slim will not fight Salt Poppy. Kenny will not fight Salt Poppy. Kenny did a nice little talk and sing and dance like in that interview to act hard, but when it comes down to it, King Kenny is never going to fight Salt Poppy. None of these people will. They're afraid of him. All right. So look, we have to look past this dumb bullshit with these influencer boxers, and we gotta go right to the top. It's got to be KSI or Jake Paul. None of these guys will fight Saul Poppy. I'm behind the scenes trying to make the fights happen. They won't fight him.
Hey, for good reason. After the performance, I like KSI versus Saw Poppy or even Jake versus Saw Poppy. I think right now, speaking behind the scenes, I think it might be once again Jake versus Tommy Fury in London. They're gonna try for a third time, so he has an opponent locked up. But yeah, KSI, he's fresh. He didn't take any damage. I would love to see KSI versus Saw Poppy.
Well, look, Jake Paul said he'd fuck Salt Poppy. I think he meant fight, but whatever. Um,
We all know.
Fucking this is the second time we've seen Logan Paul now come out and say that Jake needs to fight Salt Poppy. Ryan Garcia said Jake needs to fight Salt Poppy. Immediately, Happy Punch got into some negotiations with Jake Paul's team, and they're ducking. They're fucking ducking. Jake Paul is ducking fucking Salt Poppy right now. Before this event was over, we were already started the talks, and he's ducking.
Yeah, I mean, for Salt, his stock just continues to rise. And again, this is where people don't see it is hard to get fights for Salt Poppy. And again, let's talk about Josh Bruckner. It's hard to find opponents for Josh Bruckner. that's what so many people was excited about this fight. You know, the Boogeyman or YouTube boxing, Josh and Saul Poppy. So it's good to see when the best fight the best.
Fight Lounge, I did not want to fight Josh Bruckner. I did not want to do Saul Poppy versus Josh Bruckner. I wanted to wait, have another fight first, but nobody will fight Josh. So Salt stepped up and he did what he did.
Yeah, that was great. Again, let's talking about the man of the hour. Let's talk about KSI and that impressive knockout victory.
Amazing, amazing. I see we got Nico here, we got Liam here. There's a bunch of people now that we can probably bring on stage to talk about this.
I sent
Um,
them invites.
yeah, look, I think most people thought KSI was going to win. Um, the beginning of that first round, Temper looked like better than we anticipated.
Hmm.
Um, and then, bam, like without any notice, KSI just deletes Temper.
Yeah, I had KSI win as well, but not like that. That's what makes so impressive. Is again seeing KSI be a better fighter each fight, and this is the best he's looked so far.
JJ said he was working on some new stuff and he tried it out and it worked. That's what he said in the post interview.
Yeah, he trained with an MMA fighter called Michael Van Page, and when you see like KSI like bouncing, that's what Michael Van Page he does in MMA. He bounces and strikes, so that's probably it. Speaking of which, we have Nicholas. He's fighting Jay Swingler on the next Misfits. I just sent him a invite.
Yeah, Nick. Not that many people in this space know Nick, but Nick is massively huge on social media. 20 million YouTube subscribers. I think like at least 20 million TikTok followers. He's huge on social media. He really, really wants to do this boxing stuff. We signed him to Happy Punch, and his first fight is with not easy. he's
No, not at
taking
all.
he's taking a dangerous first fight with Jay Swindler.
Facts. Yo, Nico, what's your thoughts on the event, man?
What an event, man. Pineda. First off, what's good, everyone? Nice to see you, Keem. Nice to see you, Happy Punch. But yeah, what an event.
What's good, man?
Pineda, special performance, amazing knockout from Knowledge. Yeah, no, very, very interesting. Salt Pappy completely smoked Josh Bruckner. So honestly, I'm very impressed with that event. I think that was one of the best ones so far. Probably the best, actually.
Nico, I love you, but I got to talk some shit. Your boy Kenny is full of cap. He's not going to fight Saul Poppy.
Yeah, so basically, I believe that Kenny would absolutely destroy Salt Pappy. Um, I think, I think from what we've seen today, Salt Pappy is obviously very good, but Kenny will be throwing far more jabs, and I don't think I think Kenny's a lot faster than Josh Bruckner as well. So when that fight happens, I feel like straight afterwards he called out Salt Pappy called out Pineda before he called out Kenny. They kind of had to put it on him. So I don't think Salt Pappy actually wants that fight next. So we'll see what happens.
Dude, no. Salt Poppy will fight anyone. Dude, your boy has been ducking. Kenny's been ducking Poppy forever. Can we keep it 100 here? Come on.
Well, let's keep it 1,000. Kenny hasn't ducked anyone. I believe Salt Pappy was asking for a fight with Kenny after fighting two complete bums. So today he's now beat Josh Bruckner. We're gonna see what happens afterwards. But I think there's a lot of fights obviously to happen. We'll see. But I genuinely believe that Kenny would beat Salt Pappy, but it would be a big fight.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
well, see, I,
That's
well,
not true, but
see,
all right.
So wait.
but I was
So
gonna
wait,
say,
Keem, would
well,
you
well, well,
want Salt Pappy fighting Kenny next?
No, we want to fight Jake Paul. Dude, we're just going to delete Kenny.
So Kenny's not involved.
I mean, we'll fight him, but if we get the opportunity, which we're gonna put a lot of pressure on Jake Paul like nonstop for days and days and days and
So then,
days and
so
days.
who's ducking
I'm,
who then?
dude, what are you talking about, dude? The last event we tried to fight Slim, we tried to fight. What are you
No,
talk? What is this on
listen,
about? We've been trying to fight Kenny this whole
Keem, you
time.
can't ask Kenny to fight Salt Pappy when he fought Andy Warski, who had like 17 followers, and they just found him out of nowhere. You found
So there it
you, you,
goes. There we
you
go.
found
Now we got the
you
truth.
found a
Now
random
we
out of
got the
nowhere.
truth. Kenny was ducking Salt Poppy. Thank you, Nico. Thank
How
you.
did I say that? How did I say that, Keem?
but but see, but Keem, this is what I'm gonna say. Like it's rumored that Jake is gonna fight Tommy Fury, so Jake probably has a fight lined up. So after Tommy Fury, possibly Jake Paul, but I think he has a fight lined up. Liam, what's
Um,
good, man?
Well, what do you think the fight of the night was?
uh,
Slim.
For real?
nah, dude, that girl fight was really entertaining, but they cut it off way too soon.
Nah.
I kind of
She
agree.
looked done. She looked done.
Can I just say, Anthony Taylor is the funniest person in this space.
But I will say this about King Kenny and Saul Poppy. Both of them needs to be main event fights in the UK. That would do crazy numbers.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be a good fight. I would like to see that a lot.
I'm not sure if you guys see my Twitter video, all right? But the universe is on Slim's side, all right? He has obviously is undefeated, doing great in this influencer boxing space, but he gets jumped by Ryan Taylor, all right? Almost goes blind, and tonight we see One Punch Swarms blind Ryan Taylor.
Yeah, it
Hey,
went it went
I
it
mean,
went full circle. If only Swarm's headbutt him. I know he had that in his locker as well.
hey, shout out to Swarms. This time was for redemption. Swarms got the W. Pineda got the W. His walkout was legendary, man. Most people was cheering for him. I didn't expect that for him.
No, there's a few
But
people that have really taken advantage of this space. Anthony Taylor, Swarms are definitely two of them who've really, really taken advantage of this influencer boxing space and have been real
Yeah,
entertainers.
facts. And you
but
can't
yo,
and
we got Liam
you
from.
can't forget the goat Pineda as well.
Oh yeah, he looked great.
Yo, hats off to Mams Taylor. The delivery of the mystery opponent was amazing.
Yeah. No, honestly, it couldn't have been anyone better.
The Undertaker music. That's so good.
So
But
so so,
also
so
like
wait.
real talk.
Next card. What? Who you want to line up against who?
We want KSI. Salt Poppy versus KSI.
Knowledge v what? Knowledge. Okay, so you want Salt Pappy v everyone
Yes,
except Kenny.
from the very
But,
beginning. Yes.
you don't want him against Kenny next.
Oh my God, Nico. I did the commentating for Misfits One. I literally said on the commentating that we have literally been trying to get a match with everyone and anyone, and nobody will fight him,
So
and
you
that's
picked Andy
including
Warski.
Kenny. And that's why he had to fight Andy Warski. No one else would fight him.
Wait, why? Surely you could have found someone more skilled than Andy Warski.
No, unfortunately
Really?
not.
No one more skilled than Andy Warski could be found.
Would fight Saul Poppy? No, no one would fight him.
Oh, fair enough. No pros were reached out to. No MMA fighters.
This is influencer boxing. We want to fight influencers.
Oh, fair enough. No, what? So not Josh Brockner or anything like that. Because
No, we did have an opportunity. We did have an opportunity to fight Josh Bruckner at one of these events, and that fight didn't happen, and Salt Poppy was not placed on the card.
I think
But we eventually did.
Puppy is an influencer, Keem, but he is in that crossover mold. He certainly is at that level. He's got a wider spectrum of opponents now. You shouldn't just think influencers for him. He's too slick, isn't he? He could be in those more Virgo type fights, although they've obviously got to have the clout. And of course, Kenny would be brilliant. And that level of fighter, it has to be Kenny on that level. There's not many above that, is there, really, in terms of influencers? So he does have to reach out a little bit beyond influencers, I think.
I agree, but can we just can we defeat this this level first?
Everyone wants to defeat this level.
Yeah, well, I feel like we've got enough time for everyone to fight everyone.
There's no
So
rush. They've just signed 5 years of Misfits, and they're not the only ones around now.
I mean,
Yes.
if we have to fight Slim or Kenny to get to Jake or JJ, we're down.
I always assumed Slim would be the natural fit because they've had the similar sort of scale of influencer reach growth, haven't they? From the sort of lower tier to the mid tier now, and clearly the two most talked about outside the big guns. I've always assumed it would be those two go to head to head. But I think Pappy's. I think he smokes Slim. Looking at Slim tonight, I just don't think he's got the tank.
Why why
We
why
tried to
why did
fight
Pappy never fight Anthony Keem?
Anthony Taylor.
Yeah,
Oh, it doesn't make sense. We tried to fight
why?
Slim, to be honest, but he was singing NSYNC. He was like, bye, 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 bye.
Truthfully, Slim needs to go down weight. Like, he's fighting on fight night, he's fighting dudes 10, 50 pounds heavier. He's the 175-pound champion, but he can't even reach 170
It's
pounds.
yeah, but there's a real skill difference between Slim and then Ryan Taylor and Tom Zanetti. They're standing targets. Slim should be a little bit slicker with his distance, and he's got a lot to learn on the distance. He's got such a reach. He doesn't need to trade with these guys on the inside. They're like rocks. He's just getting himself into trouble. He can just be smarter.
I
Tom,
agree.
Zan- Tom Zanetti deserves all the respect in the world. Oh my God, that guy has so
He's
much
tough.
heart.
What experience does Tom Zanetti have?
I think that was his first fight.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
That's
trained a
impressive.
lot in martial art. You can see he almost went to do kickboxing pose a few times, didn't you? I think he's had he's had a lot of training and fitness, etc. But yeah, first proper fight. And to be fair, he got so hyped up in that first round, didn't he? I think he gassed himself out a little bit from adrenaline. He'd be a little bit better next time and more composed, I think. Slim got him at the right time. In that third round, he fights Zanetti in a few months' time. Zanetti's got him out of there.
Yeah, I even sent a tweet as a Slim needs to go down in weight class and he needs to fight summer or fall and just get better. His cardio again got exposed. He doesn't have any defense because he was getting hit with shots they shouldn't have. So yeah, Slim has to go in the lab and just get better.
I mean, Slim and Saul are undefeated. Um, I mean, technically, wait, is Kenny undefeated? I can't remember.
Kenny's never lost in the
Mm.
ring, but unfortunately, one
Oh,
of them
in the
was
ring.
for overtime.
Okay, yeah, okay. My memory's slipping me. I'm old man over here. So look, Saul, Poppy, and Slim are undefeated. Maybe that they square up, and that's the route to Jake Paul KSI.
Well, question: what if it isn't? So probably who does KSI fight? I know. Oh, Ben or Joe, he did a face off with KSI. Is that happiness? Does Woolley? What do you guys think happens?
I think there didn't look much conviction in that face-off. I think JJ would prefer Woodley because he's a less slick boxer. But I think it's JJ talked down the Slim thing, didn't he, tonight? It was almost like, Slim didn't look that good. Maybe I shouldn't fight him now. But if he shouldn't have said that. Really, he should have kept that open because I think he smokes Slim. But
I
people don't think he
I
will.
think I think knowledge v Slim would be
Yeah,
great, and then on that same card, do Joe Fournier v
yeah.
Tyron Woodley, and then whatever. So if knowledge then beats Slim, he can then take on the winner of Fournier and Woodley, and then it's because no, I haven't seen Fournier fight, or all I've seen is highlights from his other fights. It'd be better to see him fight on a Misfits card before he gets that knowledge fight.
He also looks a lot bigger
Agree.
than JJ, didn't he, when they were facing off there? More experienced professional fighter and bigger. It's quite opposite to what's like Jake Paul does. It's, they're either a lot smaller coming up to him with less experience. It doesn't compute to me, and I don't think half the people in that crowd really knew who Joe Fournier was. People know Woodley, but they're not really interested in him. It has to be kept in the scene. I think, yeah, Salt Pappy's a stretch. I think Slim's just an obvious next one, but
Knowledge is also he's completely ducking Pineda as well. I think there's a lot of silence after seeing that Pineda performance, and I think he knows that he gets smoked in the rematch.
Why
Another
is
big name.
Slim? Why is Slim more obvious than Salt Poppy?
because he holds championships and he's
So
just got a bigger record, isn't
with all due respect, Keem, that Josh fight was extremely impressive. But that was the first Salt Pappy fight against a credible opponent.
But
I mean, we
yeah.
fought a real credible opponent, and Slim just fought Tom Zanetti his
Yeah,
first fight. I
Slim's
mean, come on,
still
guys.
not fought anyone. Slim has still not fought anyone. They don't count.
Well,
Right, they're
Temper,
Like,
tough
what are we
guys, but
Temper,
they're
talking
not
about?
good
He just
fighters.
fought
Temper.
Josh Bruckner.
Yeah,
Come
yeah,
on, like, hello.
yeah. No,
No,
I'm
no,
really.
I do think that Salt Pappy, credit where it's due, that Salt Pappy win was the most impressive I think that we've seen so far.
I texted Mams actually because we were talking about Jay and getting his announcement out, and I said to him, I feel nervous for Salt Pappy tonight. The size difference, the weight he's carrying, and he's still 5 pounds lighter. It's so many classes out. I said to him, will the skill gap, will his skill close that gap? My God, it closed that gap. He was fighting Bruckner at 200 pounds tonight, and looking at Salt Pappy, he should be at 170 or less, shouldn't he? He's a real talent.
There's also a big name that we're not mentioning who should be right in the mix with all these names, and that's Gibb. Throw Gibb's name in any of the people who we're talking about.
We got Gib missing in the Misfits action. We also have oh my god, I'm drawing a blank here. FaZe K's brother.
Logan.
Wait,
Logan. I mean,
what about FaZe K?
FaZe K's brother. I don't know
Jarvis.
why I'm
Oh,
Jarvis.
Jarvis.
Yeah, Jarvis. Bryce Hall. Gib. There's a lot of people missing from Misfits.
I say they get on eventually. Like
Yeah,
I said, they signed a 5 year
yeah.
deal, so they'll get on card.
This is a long process. There's a lot of fights. They aren't going anywhere. There's the timing with Gibb with the whole McBroom thing for a year. We miss he missed out on different Misfits cards and different opportunities. And the timing of different ones in the US, UK, pay-per-view, not pay-per-view. It hasn't quite worked out. Other opportunities I can't talk about. You'll see Gibb soon. Whether it's on Misfits or not is another matter, but I think eventually, yeah, he'll fight on there at some stage.
Well, that Gibb versus Soft Poppy.
I think with Gibbet, yeah,
We accept.
yeah, exactly. Being honest, it's a similar thing to Slim's situation. It's like, what really does Gibb benefit from that fight next? You know what I mean? It's like KSI fighting Jake Paul tonight. It's too soon. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying it's he wouldn't. Gibb will fight anyone, and he's shown that he will. And the timing has to be right, and to maximize not just the financials, but the storyline and the build up. Gibb loves a good story. He loves. I won't tell you where he is right now filming stuff with this year in mind, but he takes the whole build up of these things and the whole narrative very, very seriously, as well as just fighting for money. And I think Pappy there today, no one can ignore him for too long, but he's one of these. He's going to be the new bogeyman, right? He's going to take that title off Bruckner now. And I'm not saying that Gibb will fight anybody. Literally, he would. He'd go up classes. It just has to be the right timings. And with what we have planned, which I can't elaborate on yet, Pappy's not quite. We're not even thinking about Pappy because he can't.
Well, we accept. We'll fight tomorrow.
Sure.
I'm serious. Nobody will fight Saul. Nobody will
Let's
fight
get him.
Saul. I
Why
don't
can't he
believe
fight?
that
Why can't he
Kenny will
fight Woodley?
actually fall.
That's the weight class.
And what about Anthony, man? Pretty boy.
We want to focus on YouTubers, influencers first. Let's beat this.
Wait, so but Kenny can't focus on YouTubers.
Wait. I show Speed is in the room, and he would like to be added as a speaker.
Bring him in. Bring him
Uh,
in.
okay. I gave you the co-host, Keem. So I don't think I see him on my phone. So if you set the co-host, you'll be able
It's
to add
I
him.
show Speed. I don't even know how to invite people, to be honest.
I just want to say that I'd knock him out in a fight.
Okay, I gotta see.
That's one person I would love to see in influencer boxing is Speed. I mean, he has speed. He's fast.
Yeah, we was signed to Head Punch, correct?
He was at the very, very beginning, but then he stepped away to focus on his career.
Okay, yo, Speed. Send a request because I'm having. I guess because there's so many people here, I can't see his profile. But I'm gonna keep looking. But okay, so again, let's stay on topic. What's next for Temper? 2 knockout losses within a year. Do you think Temper should fight again?
Nope.
Absolutely. He loves this. He clearly loves it. He should definitely fight again. Um, I'd like to see it like an Alex Wasabi versus Temper and see how that plays out.
What is happening with Alex Wasabi? Because he just disappeared.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. You know, you feel like Jake, because he's like on Team Jake, that Jake's team would be creating some opportunities for him.
They're not interested. I talk to Nikisa all the time. He says, he's not. I know they signed him after that to, to be in the mix, but they're just fully on Jake and Serrano.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense why Anthony's on all these cards.
The thing is, I don't think it makes sense for Wasabi to fight Temper now, because Wasabi's coming off a W. I personally think Kenny v Wasabi would be a great fight.
I agree. I like that as well.
But I definitely would like to see Temper back in the fold.
Now, one thing I know we found who the mystery opponent was. There was a rumor that said Philly was the original mystery opponent. Is that true?
No. So Philly's fighting Bazinga, I think, on the next one.
Really, the one headlined by Jay Swingler?
Yeah.
Okay,
I think that's going to be the co-main. I think.
The Simon getting involved?
Yeah. I think Ethan's here actually right now.
Nick, we have you here. You haven't spoke yet. What are your thoughts about your upcoming first fight with Jay Swindler?
Yeah, I sent him an invite. I sent him Bazinga. I sent all these guys invites.
Nick's here as a speaker.
I sent him an invite. So Nick, go ahead and
no,
accept.
he's arrived. Nick, what are your thoughts on Jay Swingler ducking King Kenny?
You want me to answer that, Nico?
Yeah, sure.
The man's had half a round in 4 years, and Kenny knows when to jump on someone when he's, before he gets too good.
Yo, hello?
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick, what's up, man?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
How's training going?
Bro, I've been going crazy. Twice a day, 3 hours in the morning, hour and a half, 2 hours at night. It's been hard.
You have a nice name, Nick.
Yeah, Nico, do you remember me at the Austin McBroom fight?
Oh, what, in America?
In America, yeah.
And now you're headlining.
Yeah, I'm headlining? They didn't even tell me.
Yeah, you are, yeah.
Bro, I just told them I'll fight anyone, and between us on this call, Jay wanted an easy fight. He was scared. So you're right. He was ducking Kenny. He's scared, bro. No, like, I'm not even joking, bro. Seriously.
Hold on, Nick.
Say it in the press conferences, Nick.
Yeah.
Nick, we have Jay's manager here, Liam.
Did you just admit you're an easy fight, Nick?
No, but you don't know me, bro. You don't know me. You don't know nothing about me. So that's why he just thought it's an easy fight. But it's crazy because I've seen Jay's fight, and I mean, come on. Who's that guy? Sherdelis? Bro, that guy, that was embarrassing.
Shardley.
Yeah, Sherdley. That guy, like,
Charlie,
nice guy, but come on. That's who Jay's fighting. Come on, bro.
You can only fight who's in front of you, right? It took him 1 minute.
Look. All I'm saying is I'm down to fight anyone. Jay was the first guy that popped up, and I'm gonna when I beat him, I'm thinking like second round. Everyone's gonna lose their mind, and that's what I live for. The underdog story of Misfits, bro. It's gonna be amazing.
Well, looks like the co-main of your event has just joined us.
Yo. What's good, everyone?
What's good, man?
What's good?
Wait, who's this?
Big up, Ethan, man. I'm sorry if I leaked your fight.
You're a clown, man. You're a clown.
Sorry about that, man. I apologize.
Hey, you only get exclusive like this on a Heavy Punch Tour space.
Listen, the exclusives, man.
My bad.
Man,
Ethan, what are your thoughts on everything?
Salt Pappy's the goat, man. Listen, I've been trying to tell everyone Salt Pappy's the realist. Salt Pappy is the truth, man.
Yeah, what do you think of Kenny Duck and Saul Poppy?
Oh, it's a good fight, though. It's a good fight. It's a good fight.
But
I
but,
think
but team, you don't want to make it happen, man.
Me?
no, I want to make it happen. I'm saying that you guys have been ducking forever.
No, we wanted
Personally, I
to
wouldn't
see
have that.
Salt Pappy tested. He's been tested, but now you
Do you
don't
want
want
to
to make
just
it
do
happen.
it? Do you want to just do a sparring match and the winner gets to
Nah,
go
nah, that's
for
boring. That's
Jake
boring. No,
Paul's?
no sparring, man. No, no sparring, man. No sparring.
I know, but I like Kenny. I don't want to like
No,
embarrass him in
listen,
the ring.
Keem,
That's how
Keem.
I feel. I like Salt Pappy, man.
No,
I don't
you
want to see
guys.
his amazing win streak be ended so
This is
quickly.
the issue, everyone. This is the issue with this space. Everybody, I don't care about friendships. Fight each other. Everybody needs to get scrapping, man. This is where it needs to go if it's going to go as far as it needs to go.
I just respect Happy Punch and Keem's company so much that if their star man completely got obliterated, it would be very sad for Keem, and I don't really want to see him cry.
I actually really respect Nico, but I think it is important that we do run the match so we can find out who the alpha is and Nico can live as the beta squad.
Yes, proud beta, man, proud beta.
but yo, Ethan, let's talk about your fight that that's been linked up, man. You finally step into a ring.
I
Yeah,
think I
man.
think I, I leaked it. I don't think I was meant to say that.
Yeah, man. I've been training really hard, man.
Wait, actually?
No,
Oh,
no, man.
Maybe my source was wrong.
Ethan,
Nah, it's good
Ethan,
though.
good to see you, man.
Tonight's good, man. What's
Do you
good,
ever think
brother? How are you?
what position everything would be in now if that Nick fight happened?
I'd be the best looking fat man on the internet. That's what I'd be.
Oh, I miss Nick. He needs to come back and do
I
something.
tell you what though, he lost a lot of weight too, man. He looks good. He looks good, man.
I still remember,
Big up Mr.
Ethan,
Compton.
in a club with you. I can't remember. It was after some shoot or something. Everyone was very drunk, and we were passionately talking about you fighting Nick. And you were so excited for it, to him like the next week pull out.
It was sad. I think he saw I was taking it quite seriously, and
Yeah,
then it fell
yeah,
through.
yeah, yeah.
But
He bottled it.
yeah, man. I said tonight if the right opportunity ever arose in the inbox, maybe. But
Well, who is the right opportunity? Let's brainstorm this out, Ethan. Come on.
I'm here. I'm here for storylines, Keen, man. I like storylines.
Salt Pappy
Like.
would be
I
a
don't.
great storyline.
What would?
UV Salt Pappy.
Bro, Phil Pappy would have his way with me. No, no, boss. I'm his biggest fan. I might buy a hoodie, man.
Salt
You
Pappy
heard
hoodie.
that
I'll
from
buy one
Nico,
too.
right? You heard that from Nico, right? He's trying to duck. He's trying to give Salt Poppy to Ethan. Poor Ethan.
He'd eat me for breakfast, man. Listen, I think the fight to make is Kenny and Salt Pappy next. I'm here for it, man.
Let's do it, man.
How do
Let's
you
do
even
it.
train? How do you even train for Salt Poppy? Like I'm completely lost on this.
That jab would be useful, I think, against Salt Pappy. An effective jab.
Uh,
No, it wouldn't.
he's the best, man. He's the best.
There's
No,
so many angles. Salt Poppy's like 360.
We'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
I have Saw Poppy number one. I think Saw Poppy beats Jake. I think he beats KSI. I think he beats all these guys.
What
He's
about
very
Anthony Taylor?
talented. Yeah, listen, he beats Anthony Taylor, man. He beats him.
That'd be a great fight to see as well.
I don't even think. I don't, bro. I'm such a Salt Pappy fan. I don't even think he got into third gear today. He was clowning Josh, man. He's clowning
No,
him.
wait, he's a showman as well.
Yeah.
He was
Guys, listen,
talented.
I gotta say, there's these rumors going around that Salt Poppy has had like 1,000 fights in the Philippines. They're not true. They're actually not true. I investigated it myself. None of this is true.
So did he have any amateur fights beforehand?
No.
He
Never.
does slyly say. I remember he was at dinner at the Sheffield Misfits, and we were chatting. He says, "Yeah." He sort of looked at me and he goes, "Nobody knows my background." So it's definitely something.
Yeah, you don't move like that. Or I said it on a podcast. Like the way he turns his hooks over everything. If you look at him compared to everyone else, you can tell there's a background there that nobody really knows to the full
Well, somebody try to find it because I cannot find
extent.
his background. Like I can't find it.
There might be a whole exposed documentary on Salt Pappy, and it's linked to professional boxers. Who knows?
That would be amazing.
I do think he should fight a
That-
crossover fight though next. If it's not Kenny, he could fight a Woodley, someone like that, and make people like that look silly as well.
Dude, what's up with Swarms with that one punch? Like, let's talk about that for a minute.
He's the GOAT.
yeah, I've been trying to say how dangerous he is. He's very, very dangerous. I think Knowledge did get quite lucky against him in that first fight. Just landed one lucky punch and dropped him. But now Swarms is coming for the title.
On a real note, Nico, when he did fight JJ, Swarms moved fast. His reactions, like, obviously had no chance to win, but I was just kind of impressed at how he was like running away so
He was
good.
staggering backwards. His
It's
weight
all
was
part of his
carrying
game
back.
plan, his master plan.
Yeah, but on that Ryan fight tonight, I think he'll have to come out with sort of X-rays and stuff. I felt all week he wasn't up for it this week. He was moaning about the cold weather, and wasn't he ill a few days ago? I think with Slim he had nothing to lose, and there was a story there, and that really motivated him. I don't think there was any motivation for his fight tonight. Not that was why he stopped. And Swarms obviously looked a little bit better in that first minute than everyone expected, and yeah, maybe Ryan thought, oh, this could be a bit of a long night and a bit embarrassing, but I'm sure there must have been something. He must have cracked his orbital bone or something for him to stop. It would be a shame if it was just like I can't be bothered.
Yeah,
Hello, everyone. I'm going to go and look after my child, but I'll still be listening. So I'll catch you guys in a bit.
love
All
you.
right, peace
Wait,
out.
I gotta. Okay, so Salt Poppy just texted me. How do I share these texts? I guess what I'll do is I'll just like literally tweet this conversation directly at Salt, and you guys can go look at my Twitter feed. I'm doing it right now.
Oh, while you're doing that,
So,
I'm currently at a McDonald's drive-thru, so I'm going to mute my mic.
Liam, so we will be seeing Gib soon back in the ring.
Soonish, yeah.
Okay, bet. Yo, Nick, you said you didn't even know your fight against Dre was going to be main event?
Basically, I just said I hit up Keem a few months back. I said I just want to fight anyone, doesn't matter who, doesn't matter where, doesn't matter when. Then Jay had an opponent. He got injured or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then they said, "You want the fight?" I just said, "Yeah."
Yeah, a couple of people wouldn't fight Jay. One guy was really up for it, who was actually, definitely a competitive fight, but he had an X-ray. He's got a problem with his back. But yeah, Jay just wants to fight. He needs some rounds. He needs some experience.
Hey, is Jay just gonna be quiet this whole time, or is he gonna actually talk?
Yeah, he'll shit talk, and we hope you bring it more than Churdley's.
Honestly, I didn't even fight that. I just see him tweeting that he's not gonna be making
No.
content anymore. I just think it's lame of him. He's a YouTuber. He's a content creator. He can't just
Guys,
go
go look
post.
at the tweet that I just sent at directly at Salt Poppy. That's Salt Poppy's text. He's saying like he has no background. What are these guys on about?
Yeah, Saul Poppy would sleep Kenny, unfortunately.
You guys reading that?
Hey, he looks fresh. He looks nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, I don't think Salt Poppy actually has a background.
Another person who I think is missing from this is Logan Paul. You guys think Logan's going to fight this year, or are you going to stick to wrestling?
Logan was supposed to fight on this card right here, but he got injured, in the WWE.
Yeah, in WrestleMania. Well, actually, the Royal Rumble's coming up. And there's rumors he might be Royal Rumble, then WrestleMania. So I think between now and WrestleMania, probably focus on wrestling.
It does feel like he's.
I like how I like how in this space, like, like even though you have like a lot of controversies or whatever, maybe the internet's canceling you, it doesn't matter. Like you still have an opportunity to fight. You still have an opportunity to be on these cards. In most cases, like there's a lot going on with Logan Paul, but if he wanted to fight tomorrow on a Misfit card, he's on it,
Facts. One thing I like about Misfits is, if you lose, you're not done for. Look at Pineda and Swarms. You can still fight again. Even Ron Taylor, he's lost to Slim, you can still fight again. Because Mams could have, in most boxing promoters, like they bring in Pineda, his performance wasn't up to par, Swarms wasn't up to par, and they were just like, forget. But Mams was like, no, I'm gonna get you guys another fight.
Yeah, but it's because
And
they were so embarrassing in that first one. They were memes, but the community loved them for it and what they to laugh at almost. But so it was different to them doing okay. They just did so badly. Fans liked them and wanted to see them again, probably to get smashed up again. But the fact that they both won now, does everyone want to come and see Pineda keep going? Maybe, but yeah, maybe those two should fight. I
Yes,
think Pineda
yes, yes. We
Swarms
want
need to
we
fight.
want to see Pineda take over the world, man. That's what we
Dude,
want to see.
Pineda's performance tonight was amazing, but better than that, him being the mystery opponent is like that solidified it. Like fans are gonna actually want him in the future.
Yeah, as soon as
Is
Tommy.
there
agreed.
clapping emojis? Can people put clapping emojis who are listening for Pineda's performance today? Or the closest thing to clapping emojis? That'd be great. Yeah, there we go. Oh, look at that. Standing ovation. Wow. Wow, this is incredible.
I am surprised
B Dave has been
how he gassed out
training.
so quick as well for a pro. He gassed out quicker than Slim.
B Dave, the opponent that Pineda fought tonight, he's actually been training alongside like Bryce Hall for a while, for years. So
Oh, fair. Yeah, Pineda showed levels.
I don't think he was expecting that reception. Like that place went ape shit when he came out.
Yeah,
what was
it must be
knockout?
very weird.
Go ahead, Nico.
It must be very weird for him coming from Mexico, probably not knowing anything about this world, and now suddenly he's like the hero of the whole crowd. Everyone's screaming for him. Like it must be the biggest 180 turnaround for him, like of all time.
Well, think about it. I mean, if it's actually brilliant on Misfits' part, right? So KSI gets criticism for fighting Swarms and Pineda, and then Swarms and Pineda come back and beat their opponents.
So where next for Swarms? Swarms v Pineda as a fight?
Yeah.
Yes, that is the fight.
I'll watch that fight.
That would be legendary. That could be co-main.
I don't know about that. Let's talk about this. So Prime was giving out awards for best knockout and best fight. Salt Poppy won best fight, and KSI won best knockout. Do you guys agree?
KSI won best fight.
No,
No,
knowledge one
KSI
best
won best
knockout.
knockout.
Oh right. It's close between KSI and Pappy for knockout.
I back that, to be fair. I think that's fair.
So did they have three categories? Was it fighter of the night, fight of the night, and knockout of the night? Because fight of the night probably should went to Slim versus
Yeah.
Tom.
Yeah, it went to Salt Poppy. Well, Salt Poppy's got to win something, But I
Yeah.
agree. The most entertaining fight of the night was probably those two. That was a brawl.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's again what we were talking about Slim earlier. He keeps getting drawn into these and gets these really tough, bigger guys who aren't necessarily anywhere near it on his level in terms of skill. I don't know how he gets drawn into these brawls. He knows these guys are made of granite. He knows they're bigger and stronger. Just use your range, use your jab, use the movement you've got, get a bit fitter. And these guys, he should be making them look silly and dance around them. But he wants to entertain, right? He wants to knock these guys out. He could easily win on points and just make it boring. But hey, he's got to find a balance.
I mean, I agree. I say he needs to take. He doesn't need to fight again until summer or fall, and if he's gonna be in the 160, 168, okay, learn how to do that, and then learn how to box. Like I say, you have to learn how to jab. If you go back and watch that fight, his hands is always down. I know that's how Slim is, but as we can see, the talent, knowing the pool is getting deeper, the talent is getting better and better. and you can't just fight like that anymore.
Yeah,
Two
he
years
does that to
ago,
rest his
yeah,
arms, and he also only tends to do it when he's got distance. But yeah, maybe sometimes later on he didn't have much choice over it. But technically, I don't think it's a flaw. He just uses it to rest sometimes. But yeah, later on, I don't think he has much choice.
yeah. I think it's gonna be an incredible year for influencer boxing. Last year was ridiculous. This year's gonna be even bigger.
Yeah, it is.
Bryce Hall was talking. I didn't see the whole video, but Bryce Hall was talking some shit, and that he's coming to Misfits soon. Does anyone got any intel on that?
No, he's been talking like that for years,
True.
and I check in every
I,
month, and it's the same shit.
I mean, did anyone recently see Bryce Hall's most recent fight? It was in Vegas with two security guards where he got charged with
yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that.
trespassing and
Yeah.
battering.
Yeah, that was funny. Did he chin that one? The guy, he had a clean shot. Did he miss?
I think so. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's why I forget the name of the guy who fought Pineda. Didn't he have a fight in the hotel this week? And from that, you could tell actually Pineda. I knew it was Pineda because we were trying to help make the opponent. Um, and as soon as I saw him I thought Pineda would have him just from the sheer range.
Yeah. I kind of missed the whole like he's punching me on the back of the head move. I want to see that so bad.
I'm sure he's saving that for his next fight, Keen.
The memes that came out after that fight.
That's how he should have celebrated.
Do you remember that one meme where JJ is punching through a portal and the portal's coming out on the back of Pineda's
Oh,
head?
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, yeah.
That was so good.
Um, I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, did we talk about the Elbrook fight?
We briefly covered it. Look, I disagree with Nico. I think it got stopped too early. I want to see more what Faith Ordway can do.
Yeah, I think it was a
He was booked
shame
though.
it was stopped with 20 seconds or 15 seconds of that round. It was a good stoppage, don't get me wrong, but I think if he hadn't have stopped it there, it could have been a really interesting second round. Who knows? Faith might have got into it. Elle would have slowed.
Yeah,
She would
true.
have slowed down. It could have been a slower round. They could have gone a little bit longer. It could have gone either way then. But it was a good stoppage, and Elle did what she needed to do. But 15 seconds,
I think we need to talk about this. Ryan Taylor's in the corner. He's telling his team that he cannot see, and they're trying to convince him to go forward with the fight. What's up with that?
I think his coach may have known, obviously knows Ryan really well, and may have thought, oh, Ryan, maybe he's not up for it or something like that. But if Ryan genuinely had that problem, yeah, you've just got to take his word for it, haven't you? Right? The coach was maybe thinking, oh, maybe he's had a tough camp, and Ryan said himself he hasn't trained for this fight, and he's been, had a cold a few days, and the coach might have thought, oh, I've had enough complaints. You're just making another one. Just get out there and fight. Just being a tough father figure, but equally. I mean, I haven't seen the injury and how it's swollen up, or I'm sure Ryan will come out with some X-ray and stuff, and then that coach will look really bad, won't he?
Can can I say what a good boy Anthony Taylor was? Taking his punishment. He goes in a parking lot and punches Dylan Dennis, so they punish him by setting him up with this fight. He took his punishment well.
Yeah, I'm really confused about Idris because Idris went and called out Kenny as well.
He's
Um,
calling out Slim too. He's calling out Kenny Slim, and
but
I'm
but
like,
he's a
dude,
he's a full on pro. He's got 12
yes.
wins as a professional boxer. So it is quite confusing why he's now trying to fight YouTubers. Like
But
surely,
this is I don't know if people know this, but this was Anthony Taylor's punishment for acting up at that fucking press conference. He had to go
that,
fight this dude.
that's what I thought as well. But I'm just confused at why Idris is now trying to run with it.
Yeah, well, he should go and fight another pro, someone like Pineda.
There you go.
Yeah,
But I mean, he sees Kenny, he sees Slim. He's like, okay, these are easy guys. Notice he didn't say anything about Saul Poppy. He didn't call him out.
probably because Salt Papi has 1,000 amateur fights under his belt, and he saw him
No, it's not
in amateur
true.
level.
It's not true. I tweeted the proof. Go look at my Twitter directly at Salt Poppy. Go look at
I
my
don't know.
tweets and replies.
I've seen the screenshot, and that could be a fat suit under there, and Salt Papi could have some very slick abs underneath. So nothing's confirmed there, Keem.
The background doesn't matter. He's a slick fighter, and he's levels above most of these guys. And it doesn't matter if he's had a little bit of training as a kid. A lot of these guys have. Wayne Rooney was a boxer as a kid, but no one knows him as a boxer, right? It's the same thing. It's he's just got some great talent.
What about Deji? Last time we saw him, he gave Floyd Mayweather a black eye. Who do you think Deji steps in the ring with?
Are we really going to sum this up to he gave Floyd Mayweather a black eye?
Deji v Bryce, man, that has to happen.
Bryce, that's how I know Bryce just is always full of shit. He says it. He just likes the clout. Deji, we're talking about a few things for Deji. It is tricky, isn't it? I mean, put yourself in a position of having fought Floyd Mayweather yourself, and then someone comes and says, "Do you want to fight?" I'm not necessarily Bryce Hall, but a smaller influencer who may have you don't want to put him in with someone super good who's just not worth it to Deji now. He wants to have good fun. He wants to treat boxing fairly seriously, and that be his main thing now. But he's not just going to take any fight. Having fought Floyd, obviously, so he's not just going to go in the mix and just mix it up with the Kennys and the Slims and the Salt Pappies. He's just not going to. He doesn't need to.
Liam, he should fight Bryce Hall.
Yeah.
Bryce
No,
Hall
that he is the
promotes.
single obvious
Yeah.
influencer aside from unknowns or people who aren't that good. Yeah, Bryce.
Hall,
I
and
think
I stand by this. Bryce Hall is one of the best promoters of his fights in this space. He
Yeah.
is not on the level, but right beneath like KSI and Jake
No. I
Paul as
think
far
he's
as promoting his
I followed
fights.
his promotion really closely of his McBroom fight. Obviously, because he had Deji and Gibb on that card, and right from the very first, yeah, I know what you mean. He can shit talk, but the TikTok reach isn't there. The YouTube channel reach, well, I say the TikTok reach is there, but it doesn't convert. The YouTube reach isn't there. He has to rely on every viral moments where everybody else, amplifies it on their platforms because his own platforms
But
don't.
that's what I'm.
Yeah.
But Liam, you're right. You're right, 100%. But I have to cover it as
Yeah.
Dromeler. I have to cover it because Bryce Hall just made a storyline, right? And it's the same thing that happens with KSI and Jake Paul. They're constantly making storylines. They're constantly making news. Bryce does the same thing.
Yeah, and I
there
feel
are
like
levels.
if if Bryce Hall, it's like Tommy Fury. So if Tommy Fury fights anyone, no one's really tuning into that. Whereas if Tommy Fury fights Jake Paul, that's probably Jake Paul's highest pay-per-view. Yeah, I think Bryce Hall is that perfect partner, dancing partner for Deji. And I feel like that fight sells more than literally everyone else bar a Knowledge or Jake Paul fight. I think that would be such a good fight. That has main card all over it.
I think that happens anyway. Whoever Deji fights, I think he is behind the polls, and JJ Deji is next anyway. But
Ladies and gentlemen, I got an important announcement. We got Nick and Jay Swingler both in
Yo,
the
Oh my gosh,
house.
head to head. Let me
yo,
mute my mic. Yeah, this is a head to head. This is crazy.
What's
what
up,
do you
little
mean, little
man? How
man,
you
bro? You
doing?
weigh 8 pounds, you screw.
Are you actually? Are you 5'8"? Are you actually 5'8"? I didn't know, so I'm genuinely not roasting. I'm
I'm
just
on
asking.
five. Nah, I'm 5'9", you know. But it don't matter, bro.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm
You got a growth spurt recently.
176 centimeters. I don't know what the conversion is, but bro, your rib cage getting taken off you. You know, I'm gonna confiscate it.
I actually really respect that you believe that, but the thing is, you don't know anything
I
about me,
don't
so you
care
don't know
what
what
you're
I'm capable of.
capable of, bro. You ain't capable of shit, bro. What do you mean?
Jay, it's all right. Look. I promise you this: if you think you're getting an easy fight, you are so sorely mistaken. So please, I know you're quitting YouTube to focus on boxing, but please don't think this is an
Okay,
easy fight.
okay. Do you actually believe you're gonna do something, bro?
I actually think I'm thinking like a second
You
round
you think
stoppage because you're a tough
you
guy. See,
think you're gonna stop me? You think a rake is gonna stop a
bro,
house flip?
bro,
You're
bro.
deluded, bro.
Definitely,
My fists are like bricks,
definitely.
bro.
But
Yeah,
we're
we
two
are.
different types
You,
of
yeah, you
people.
are.
Okay, you want
You're
an
a
easy
soft
fight, and
little
I want to fight
American.
the top dog.
You're a
It's two
soft little
different types of
American,
people.
bro.
My mindset is so levels
Yo,
above
bro,
yours.
we come
It's
from
not even.
different
It's not
places,
even
bro. I'll
close.
break you down before we even fight and get in the ring. I'll
I
win
mean,
the
you know
fight by
what? If you
looking
think
into
that,
your pupils,
I
bro.
genuinely, I love your accent so much. It's actually, you sound like a villain. It's actually awesome. But bro, listen. I appreciate that you're underestimating me, but that's gonna be your downfall, and I'm telling you now. Okay, so please
Okay,
train, train.
okay.
Bro, you never seen me, so how can you be laughing? You don't know what I can do.
I can just tell. I just know. You just know when you've sparred 200 plus rounds, bro. You just know when you look at somebody if they're really about it or not. And I can tell you're
And you're about it, and you're about it. So why are you ducking other fighters? Why are you going for me if you're so about it? If you're so levels above me?
I've actually
If you're
the
so
rest of the
about
year
it,
I've got lined up is actually pretty big. I think you're just like the yeah
the
so I
warm
had the
up.
warm up with Charlie's. You're the next stage, and then after that, bro, it's go time. I'm ready for
Okay.
everybody this year,
Yeah. Okay. How about this? How about this? If I
bro.
beat you, I
Bro,
get your next opponent. How about that?
if you beat
How
me,
about
I'll
that? No,
give
no,
you
no.
my
How about
car
that?
on God. It's a Range
What
Rover,
car is
bro.
it?
It don't matter what car it is, bro. I'll get. What do you want? I'll give it you if you win.
Yeah, but Jay, he's from America. He's gonna have to drive on the other side
Oh
of the road.
shit.
I'm actually from Sweden, but it's
Yeah.
still the other side of the road. But I am in America at the moment. Will
I'll,
you ship it over, Jay?
bro,
I don't mind
I'll
the
ship
second
it to
car.
you, bro. I swear to God.
Let's put a little
Yeah.
bet just
Okay,
right now,
cool.
okay? Just a little
You
bet
ain't
just to
got
start
nothing
with,
on
10
you ain't got
grand to
nothing I
any
need, bro.
charity. Well, no, not for us, for charity. 10
Yeah?
grand to charity. Yeah, and if you win, you can pick any charity. I'll donate 10 grand. If you win, I'll pick a charity and you donate 10 grand. Cool.
The charity of Nicole Milana Limited would be absolutely wonderful.
Let's do
Thank
it.
you.
The NDL.
Bastard. Yeah.
So you're down because I'm not in this for the money. I'm actually like losing money on this fight, bro. Because I'm not in this for the money. I'm not in it for anything other than to fight. So I'm telling you, bro. I know you say I'm not about it, but I really am. I really am.
You tell yourself that,
I,
man.
I, I, I think that suggestion of Nick, if you win, you fight Jay's next opponent. I just love to hear who you have in mind. Who you have in mind, Jay. First off, nice to
Yeah,
see you, my
nice to
friend.
speak to you, bro.
And yeah, then
So I've actually I don't know if I could say too much about the rest of the year that I've got
Nope.
lined up. Yeah, cheers, Liam. Thanks. Just reminding me, but it's gonna be a really interesting year, bro. And like the the fight with Charlie's obviously was a warm up fight, and I feel like the fight with Nick's gonna be a warm up fight as well. But after that, I think it's ready for me to start taking on real challenges. Then I think it's important that I do that. Like I love the idea of being tested this year. So
that's
Okay, Nick, I was gonna say, Nick, I gotta say, Jay, he's been fighting for years. He was on the undercard, KSI versus Logan 1. So we did last year, and he's fighting again. Like, he has the fight advantage.
Bro, he's got every advantage. He's bigger than me. He's stronger than me. He's been fighting longer than me. But it's like JJ always says, it's styles that makes fights, and he's just a brawler. And when I pick him apart with actual boxing technique, it won't matter, how much experience he's had because it's a simple
bro, I don't
mathematical
know
thing.
how come you say I'm a brawler because bro, if I was a brawler, I would have just levered Chudley's in that fight, bro. But I actually picked a body shot, made him drop his hands, and then knocked him down with a jab, and then I came in and it was a jab and it was a straight right, and that's how I knocked him out. There was no brawling involved. If you watch it from the start, I actually timed my punches and slipped his jabs.
Yeah. But the thing is, sure, these whatever his name is, he wasn't a good boxer. He had no technique. You're not going to be able to just land body shots on me.
I'm gonna be in and out, up and down. You know, it's not, you can't piece me up. And when you get frustrated, you're just gonna resort back to your old habits. You know, you versus Gibb, bro.
I don't
I
have
was like a
old
kid.
habits.
I was a fanboy watching that fight, and now I'm fighting you. That's how far you've come and how far I've come in that time. Just think about that. We're not the same. Like for real.
That's amazing, bro.
Yeah, it is because there's the, like you say, there's different levels to this, and I'm putting in tenfold the work you're putting in every aspect of my life. It's a mindset thing.
Okay.
Jay, how confident are you on a scale from 1 to 10 that you're going to beat Nick without knowing anything?
10, bro.
And Nick, same question to you. How confident, scale 1 to 10, how confident are you going to beat Jake?
Bro,
Jay.
11. Not even
Oh
10.
shit.
11.
Oh shit. You beat me.
It's gonna be one of the most amazing Misfits moments because everyone is gonna be doubting me, and that is gonna be like the most. Oh, I see it every night before bed. I see it every night. It's amazing, bro. You're gonna get dropped second round. I'm telling you,
Okay. Sorry,
bro. But you
I have to
can't
sort my
Nick,
room.
where's
underestimate.
I'm
this?
in pain.
Nick, I signed you to Happy Punch. Nick, I signed you to Happy Punch because obviously, you know, you're a mega star, like millions and millions of followers, and that's very important to this influencer space. Is, you know, that you are an influencer, right? I don't know anything about your skill, all right, but you're so confident every time I talk to you. Where the fuck does this confidence come from? You haven't fought yet.
Because I just can't describe it other than I'm built different, which I know sounds stupid, but I'm telling you, I've sparred people way heavier than Jay, and Jay's going to be coming in heavier than me, which I know. I've been sparring guys bigger than Jay, not 5'8", 170, whatever, like bigger than Jay, stronger than Jay, more experienced than Jay. And when people like, how long you been training? I'm like 5 months. They're like, what? I'm telling you, the only advantage he has over me is I took Christmas break off because I didn't know I was getting this fight. That's the only
I
little
didn't know I
bit
was
of
getting this
advantage he
fight
has over
either,
me.
bro. I trained twice Christmas Day.
Yeah, but I talked to you before, but I was talking about fighting you before Christmas, so you knew you had a fight coming up. So if you're slacking over Christmas, then I mean that's what I'm saying. Your mindset, you just don't have that hustle, you
Bro,
know.
you don't know me. You don't know what my daily life consists of. And if you saw what goes on in my daily life, bro, I know that would beat you. I know that would make you feel like, oh
Yeah.
shit, what did I sign up for here?
Okay.
You-
So why are you quitting YouTube? Why are you not making content anymore? If you're such a grinder. I'm like you can't hack this grind. That's why you have to start putting more energy into it. It's like JJ. It's like JJ. He's a top dog because he does YouTube and he does boxing. You just can't hack it.
Okay, okay.
Why aren't you acknowledging it that you've stopped with content
I've
creation?
actually not stopped
It's
content creation, bro. Me and Ramel are actually
oh,
work.
so your tweet was just cap.
Me and Ramel are actually working on doing something for TGF very soon. Actually,
Oh, so your tweet was
yeah,
just a
it was a
tweet.
phase,
Okay.
bro.
It was a phase.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah, yeah.
Fair enough.
My
Fair enough.
my
Because
cousin tweeted that off my account like he stole my iPhone.
yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Bro, Jay, look, I I think you're a good fighter. I just think you're underestimating me, and I think that's just
I'm
gonna be
not
really hard for you.
underestimating you. I promise you, bro. I expect you to come there and try and give me war, bro. And that's okay. Like, I'm gonna be prepared for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. For sure, bro. Well, I really look forward to it. I look forward to it. I hope you're putting in that work, like you say, because I am. I promise you, I am.
Okay, good.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Swingler versus Nick. I'm
That
pumped.
was crazy.
Yo, I gotta go. I gotta go and do a KFC and Chick-fil-A mukbang, guys.
Yeah, go have fun, bro.
Hey,
Enjoy,
have a
man.
good one.
Enjoy.
Thanks, Jay. Thanks, Jay. So, Chase, you fought on these miscard battles in the past. You actually fought Bruckner. What did you think of Bruckner's fight tonight, Chase?
Bro, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can. Yep.
Oh, sick. So, yeah, I was talking with Poppy. Saw Poppy a bit. You know, he reached out and he asked, like, you know, how good was Josh. And I told him, just don't make the same mistake as me, as listening to other people talk about how this guy's the world eater or the world destroyer, whatever he was calling himself. I was like,
The
you know, I went out.
boogeyman.
Yeah, the boogeyman. I went out there and I was trying to get a knockout and swing before he could hit me, and then, you know, by the time I realized he didn't have a whole lot of power, I was too tired to really fight back. And so, you know, he messaged me back. He says, you know, like, if you can hit him, then I'm gonna have a great time. And so, like, you know, I knew Poppy, you know, months ago when he took the fight, was gonna win this one. I've been saying in all his pages, you know, I thought it was gonna be a third round knockout. He got him in the second with that straight left, and that, man, that was dirty. When you can put a guy that, you know, is that much bigger than you on all fours, you know, you won that fight.
Yeah, Chase, you were there with Bryce Hall. I seen a little video of you two popping off. What was Bryce saying during all this?
Yeah, you know, Bryce and me were chatting. You know, we were talking about getting, you know, back on these fight cards. Bryce wants another fight. He wants to redeem himself. I also have a video I haven't posted yet with Ryan Garcia. I was talking with Ryan Garcia a bit today at Zoo Culture. It was the opening of Bradley Martin's gym. And basically, Bryce was saying he wants on the next card, whatever card I'm on, he wants to fight on it. And I said, you know, go get Deji, go get whoever.
I think Bryce Hall should have 2 fights in one night and fight both those security guards.
Yeah, you know, I asked him about that too, and he goes, "Yeah, bro, you know me, I'm always fighting." You know, from the first day I met Bryce, he's been in fights, and you know, I think it'll be really exciting. I think, you know, I already have my opponents for my next fight. I already know who I'm going into. I got my thing lined up. I'd like to see Bryce get on that card. I think, you know, him being on there is gonna greatly enhance everybody's viewing. Everybody wants to see Bryce come back, especially after the Austin McBroom fight. I think it's about time that he steps in the space, and I still want Taylor Holder. I just want that to be on the record as well. So hopefully this encourages him to come out of retirement as well. And, you know, come Misfits 5,
I
we're
don't
gonna
know
have
if you can.
card.
Taylor Holder got knocked out by his dirt bike.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Or he's whatever fad he's in now. You know, like he's a country boy one day, cowboy, and then he's a boxer the next. I don't know what the hell he's doing. He's in the Dennis
Before
the
you
Menace.
got here, we were all saying that Bryce Hall needs to fight Deji. Everyone agrees. We had Deji's manager here. He just dipped out. That is the fight that people will get excited about.
Yeah, I think the Deji Bryce Hall fight is good, especially I think it's very realistic because, you know, a lot of these influencers don't want to fight guys that they're gonna lose to. Here's the thing about Deji. Deji is somebody who has lost. He's on like a losing streak actually, and he continues to take fights. He continues to better his thing. I think that, you know, the Bryce and Deji fight definitely needs to be the fight to happen, especially in 2023. I think it's going to be just as big as the Austin McBroom Gibb fight, the KSI, you know, potentially Jake Paul fight. I think that's the fight that needs to happen, and whatever needs to take place to make that happen needs to start negotiations now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Steve will do it in the building. I invited you to speak if you want to come up, Steve. Curious if you watch the fights and your thoughts on stuff.
I'm gonna head out now, guys. Take care.
All right, peace out, man.
Solly, man, we haven't heard from you. What are your thoughts on everything tonight? Solly. Okay. Oh, no, it works. Go ahead. Go ahead. We can't hear you, man. We can't hear you. It's not working. It is not working. Whew. I don't know, Fight Club. After every one of these events, man, I catch the bug.
Yeah,
I'm so
it's a hot one.
excited to see what the hell happens next to this space. I got the bug right now.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's how you know it's a great event. Is the undercard delivered, and everybody's still talking about the main event, or oh, who should this guy fight afterwards? It's gonna be you know, I'm looking forward to the Jay versus Nick main event. I can't wait to see who's gonna be on that undercard. Again, Memphis has been, you know, delivering, so I'm looking forward to it.
Fight Club, listen, was Jay versus Nick, was that announced anywhere or did that get leaked?
No, no, Jay went on stage and they announced it.
Oh, I must have stepped out during that.
I want
I
to see Jay fight somebody better than Chiraldi. I don't know how to say his name. Whatever that guy's name is.
Currently,
Yeah, I want to see Jay get tested. Obviously he posted his comments regarding Faith Ordway and L being better on the pads than I was. So I would like to definitely see him fight somebody that can also box. I think that's the only fair way to see this thing get played out.
Yeah, I agree. Look, we signed Nick to Happy Punch. We have no idea what Nick is capable of. But Nick has like 20 million YouTube subscribers. He has like millions and millions of TikTok followers. So, we brought him into Happy Punch and, we're hoping for the best, but we have no idea. We have no idea what Nick is capable of, but he has got fucking confidence on another level.
And anybody will tell you that the first level of success is to have confidence. I think that's the prerequisite for success. Confidence in the ring is what wins a lot of these fights. Look at the Slim fight tonight, for example. Slim took a couple of those shots that he knows he felt that hurt. But his confidence in the ring, him knowing that he can win this by the jab, he's going to come out at the end of this thing on top. I think that survived him to the end, and he ends up beating Tom or whatever it is, who put up a way better fight than any of us could have predicted.
Yeah, Tom Zanetti, heart of a lion.
Dude, that guy can scrap, and that was his first fight ever, and he was in there eating shots like he's been in a boxing ring his whole life.
And it's also different. You can attest to this, Chase. Like actually fighting in front of a crowd, of people. Like it's different. You can train, you can spar, but it's different when the bright lights is on.
Am I losing my mind, or was Tom Zanetti getting hit in the face and his head not moving at all?
The dude's head's made out of rocks. I'm telling you, when that camera comes on, those lights are on. Take it from me, who's been in the ring. Nothing else is there. I promise you don't even really see the referee. You just see like the bright light underneath you of the reflection. You see your other guy. There's no sound. There's nothing. It's dead.
Wasn't it also Tom's first fight and Slim's sixth, and Tom performed well for that?
Yeah, it definitely was his first fight. It's crazy that you said there's no sound, there's nothing. You don't hear the audience reacting to stuff that's happening in the ring, Chase?
Sometimes I think you only hear it when you are expecting to hear a reaction. For example, like if you get a big shot, you kind of listen for it a little bit more and then you can hear it. But when you're in the ring and you're throwing jabs, you don't really hear, like the sound of the crowd, if that makes sense. It's usually in between the pauses.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to dip out. Another great Happy Punch Twitter space after the event, another great Misfits event. I'm excited for the future. And don't let Nico cap. His boy Kenny has been ducking Salt Poppy.
Let's make it happen, Keem. Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna dip. I'm currently in the toilet right now, so big up everyone.
You mean flush?
Yeah, Kim, I'm gonna
I'll
send
give you a quick flush right now,
so you can see who we got lined up.
You're gonna
all right,
DM me.
peace
Yeah,
out. Big up everyone.
All right, see you, gentlemen.
Peace out, everybody. Hey, this was a very successful Twitter space. Again, the main event of Misfits 5, Jay versus Nick, they went head to head. If you guys want to go back and listen to this recording, you can. I'm going to record this and put it on my YouTube channel. That's Fight Lounge. I'm gonna have the whole conversation recorded. And hey, if you guys want to make some fan-made edits, like hype video, promo videos, hey, it's gonna be on YouTube. So yeah, a very legendary night. Again, we have Jake Paul's announcement coming up. We think it's Tommy Fury, but as we can see, it's pullout season. But Jake Paul announcement, Kingpin hasn't dropping hints. I don't know why they did it during Misfits Fight Week, but since Misfits is done, we could be hearing from Kingpin. Craig Clash 2 is coming up this year. This is gonna be a huge year for YouTube boxing.
Wait, fight. What do you think about Jay Swingler versus that Nick guy?
I like it. Again, Nick, he sounds confident. Jay, he's getting the pieces lined up. I like it. Again, we're not like Keem said. I don't think he was here at the game. But Keem said, like, he was in the back. He was behind the scenes trying to get fights for Saw Poppy. It was just hard. It was just hard to get fights for Saw Poppy. So for Swingler, it's probably just hard to get him the right opponent. But yo, speaking of Misfits, the man with the best seat in the house, Wade, what's good?
What's up, yo? How you saying?
Man,
Y'all hear me?
man, oh yeah,
Okay, bet.
legendary night, man.
Oh
I
man,
think this, I think this is the best Misfits to date. What do you say?
it's hard not to agree, man. In the arena, 13,000 felt like 30, man. That was like 40. It was just booming in there. Every time the crowd got up, you could feel the room shaking under your feet. And a great night of fights. They all delivered, man. I listen. That Pineda reveal was my quite possibly the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. I was
Facts.
dying. I could
Wait,
not.
did you really not know it was
No, bro.
Pineda?
They didn't tell me.
Actually,
You know
oh
what I
shit.
heard? I heard they didn't tell
What?
me because they were afraid I was going to put a video out on it. So fair play to them. It made for a great reaction too because I genuinely had no idea. I thought it was going to be Alex until I got here, and then I really didn't know. And then yeah, Pineda walked out. Awesome for him though, man. Vamos.
There you go. Wait, it was so many legendary moments. I mean, let's talk about the main event. You know that was a spectacular knockout by KSI over Temper.
Huge, man. Huge for KSI. Again, I know people are going to question, why it was Temper, it was on late notice, blah, blah. Listen, yes, Temper had to prepare for KSI on late notice. KSI had to do the same thing. Both guys were training, you know what I'm saying? It was the better fighter tonight. And god dang, did he show it. You saw some sprinkles of Michael Venom Page in his back and forth. You saw him striking like the Viper, you know what I mean? So he's getting better. He's evolving. I said it on Twitter. He's evolving. So I'm excited to see what he does next. And I mean, I did not expect him to do it that quick. My lord.
Yeah, I think people had KSI winning, but not like that. That's what made it so impressive.
It's tough because I feel for Tommy. Big opportunity for him. Things just for him came together so quick, and I do want to see him back in the scene, obviously, but I think he needs to take a long, 6, maybe 7, 8 months off and just really like one figure out if this is something he wants to continue with. You know, not saying that he can't because I do think he can, and I think he's got some real skill, but there's things they need to work on, and him being with Malik Scott is definitely going to be a great move for his future. It wasn't his night, man. KSI is a monster.
Yeah, 2 weeks wasn't long enough. When I saw that, I was like, okay, that sounds nice. But I was like, yeah, 2 weeks you can't do nothing. I guess a point like KSI, you need some months and months to prepare.
Yeah, KSI came in ready, man. What are y'all saying about KSI's next one? I came in to hear about that. I know I came in late.
I was gonna
Um,
ask you, like, do you think it should be Joe Fournier or like someone else?
Yeah, I like the Fournier fight. Really, you have two avenues you can go down here, right? Just based off what KSI wants. He said T Wood. He said Fournier. I know he said Slim, but Slim's talking about moving down in weight. I'm not sure what they're gonna do with that. But if you go with Fournier, you're talking about a 9-0 pro. Yeah, he's a little older, but I mean beggars can't be choosers, right? Um,
hmm
if you talk about T Wood, guy that's definitely dangerous, big time power, but again, you have your drawbacks there. Older, Jake Hardy did what he did with him. Stylistically, is it great for KSI? Either one of those are fun fights to me, and they're both massive challenges. But um, Fournier, if you're looking to get better as a boxer, Fournier is probably going to be the guy.
But does
He's
Fournier
probably
have the name? I feel like that's the issue.
Yeah,
Like,
no, that's a good point too. But here's my counter to that: does it really matter? You know,
I
with
guess not because
KSI,
KSI is there, right?
yeah, right. The guy just sold out. You know, 12,000 without having an opponent for 2 weeks. Is like, and then Temper steps in, and it's just the show keeps going. The man is, he's unlike anybody else when it comes to the fan base, the dedication. Like him and Jake truly are at the top of this game, and to watch it where I got to see it, man, the focus, the delivery. He said he was going to do it in one, and he did it in one. Fair play to the guy.
You know what? I'm glad you said that, Wade. I have saw Poppy as the number one ranked guy. He has that look. You saw pro boxers like, oh,
Oh
this
my
guy need to
lord,
go fight. Like he's until someone beats him, he's number one. I think Saw Poppy beats KSI, Logan, Jake, whoever. That's just my
he's
opinion.
tough, man. He's so tough. He's so good. His timing's great. He walks guys onto shots without knowing it. Like Josh was just fading out shots, thinking he was safe, and then you enter range and you think you're safe, and Poppy finally plants one on you. I kept saying it on the broadcast. He was baiting him, tapping his belly, smiling at him, talking to him. That ain't nothing. Just baiting him into the left hand. And as soon as Josh felt safe throwing, threw a combination slow as hell because, again, he was just feinting out shots to see if he could get a reaction. Poppy saw through all of it and banged the left hand. Good Lord.
Again, when it was face to face, even Todd, I forgot his name. Todd was like, "Yo, this dude look like John to Saw Poppy. Doesn't matter. Skills pay the bills."
100%. No. And what you thought about with Chase is, can he make Salt Bobby uncomfortable? There was not 1 second in that fight Salt Bobby was uncomfortable. Not one.
Not at all. And from Saw Poppy, from Showstar, and you remember this way, from
Yep.
Showstar fight week, he had an interpreter to speak for him. Saw Poppy is talking now. He's talking fights. He's talking, and Leon, he can tell us because he talked to Saw Poppy on the fight week. He's talking. He knows Superstar is so close. He's right there.
Yeah, he's right there, man. The problem with Poppy is he's shown too much now,
Liam, what's your thoughts on the whole event, KSI's fight, etc.?
It was a good event. It was a good event. Very good event. I liked his fight. I saw some point in his fight was getting a bit too tense. Then he went back to the center of the ring, shook off, and started jumping on his toes, being on his toes, and showing that he was relaxing in flow state. So yeah, he done well. But I would like to see him fight again, like maybe next month, because he needs to get some rounds in.
I agree with that, Liam, man. That's one thing. Criticism about the current state of boxing is these guys fight once a year, or they fight once in 2 years. Coming up is it's rumored to be Earl Spence versus Keith Thurman. Two of the best in the welterweight division, but Keith Thurman has fought last February. I think Earl's fought since last spring. But like these guys, the pro boxers aren't active. But like you said, for KSI,
Yeah,
for the South Poppy, these guys need to be in the ring. They need experience.
yeah. Because even in pro boxing now, KSI would have went back to the locker room and done pads and get some rounds out. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
he needs to get rounds in. He needs to get rounds in, especially if he's gonna fight a 10 rounder when he fights Jake.
I agree, man. Any other moments stood out for you? I know the Slim fight was crazy. The Salt Poppy. Anything else?
I like Salt Papi's fight. I saw a few little holes. I've been waiting to see some holes. I saw a few. That's good. That's good for me to see. Um, Slim's fight was alright. When you watch it back, it's just messy. He didn't really throw the right punches. Bit sloppy. Zanetti gassed out. Um, yeah, that they was both gassing out in a 4 rounder. So when they fight a 6 rounder, or if it goes to 8 rounders, they're going to be finished. They're both going to be finished. Um, who else was there? Pineda, man. I like Pineda, man. Doing some good shots. He probably had the best 1-2, the best straight punch in the event.
Yeah, man. And he was going to the body. I was like, yo, this is a totally different dude. He is fought totally different, man. But you know what's funny?
Yeah.
After Slim, after Slim was announced the winner, I tweeted out, and you guys can follow me, Fight Lounge, on IG and Twitter. I said, Slim needs to go down in weight because on fight night, he's fighting guys 10, 50 pounds heavier. He's a 175-pound champion. He can't make 170 pounds. So I think Slim needs to go to 160, 165, or 168 because once he lands, it's going to be over for most dudes.
Who's in that category though? Who's
Al Sasabi, um, Osman Broom, possibly. I don't think it's Fight Slim, but Osman Broom. But you know what, Liam? They can find people like Tom. He came out of nowhere. Misfits found him, but we'll find opponent. And as you can saw by the presentation, the zone likes Slim. They post his documentaries on the network. They was promote him. So Slim has a machine behind him. If he goes to 160, and only that, Leon, I also said Slim has been active. He fought Misfits 1, 2, and now 4. I think Slim needs to drop weight. Don't fight again until summer or fall and get better as a boxer. He has to work on his cardio. He has to work on his defense. He has a long reach and he doesn't jab. So I think
Mm,
Slim needs some time slime to get in left.
yeah. So what everyone understands that KSI will smoke him, right? If they fought next
Yeah,
fight,
yeah, yeah.
smoke him,
Because
innit?
again, because like Slim, he weighed in at 169. He can't even make 175. So yeah, and then again
Mm,
with skills, like you can see the cardio was there, and Slim, I think he relied on that knockout power. He has to evolve as a boxer.
yeah, he hasn't. Yeah, very true. Very true. But we got to big up Elle Brooke as well. She done well. She done well. She brought the fire with her.
Man, crazy man. Like I really like the fight. Hey, every time the women are on the Misfits card, man, they're going all out. They hold nothing
All
back.
out. All out. Now,
I'm trying to think if anybody else. Anthony Taylor, he Keem said that like Anthony's punishment for fighting Dylan Dennis was getting that fight. That's what Keem said.
yeah, of course. 100%. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm telling you. 100%. 100%. But he tried. He done well against someone who's 12-0, professional boxer who's trying to come into the YouTube realm and try and bully people. But yeah, he's a loser, man. He needs to get out of the scene or fight actual professional boxers.
Dog, he's calling out like King Candy, Slim, and all these guys. I'm like, dog, you was 13-0. You
Yeah,
ain't
he's a
fighting
loser,
Tommy
man.
Fury.
Yeah,
He,
he's
he's
like a college student trying to fight kindergarten people. Like he's an idiot.
it's the equivalent of Greg Hardy saying, "All right, I want minicon next. I want Chase the Moore." No, that'd be the equivalent. Like, no, Greg Hardy. He's going back to bare
No,
knuckle
man,
boxing.
it's that's not even equivalent. It's equivalent of say what's his name, Hasim saying he wants to fight JMX.
Oh
That's the
yeah,
equivalence.
yeah,
That's the
yeah,
equivalency. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
man. Yeah, I saw that, and again, this is YouTube boxing, and as you know, these guys say stuff on Twitter, get reaction. I thought he was just talking, just get on people's radar, because sometimes you have to, either as a bad guy or whatever. But he's serious, like he wants to fight King Candy, Slim, and these guys. I'm like,
yeah,
dog, like you are a
but
professional.
yeah, but Daly's got a fighter called Martin, and Martin was on a Love Island as well, and Martin's like 7-0, so they should fight on the next on a Misfit event, and they're the same weight as well.
I,
Both like heavyweights.
hey,
Idris is 12-0, he's 7-0, so that's a good fight.
I'll watch it. I definitely will watch. Cause at first I thought he was just trying to get on the card. Or even to get one guy, Paul Bamba. Maybe Paul Bamba versus him, since he was supposed to fight Tommy Fury. Maybe those two can fight.
Oh yeah, true. That's a possibility. Very true.
Um, but yo, Liam, uh, yeah, yeah. Who do you think? Again, we got to wait for Jake Paul's announcement. Do you think Jake is fighting Tommy Fury in the UK next?
I don't know, man. I don't think that contract's gonna get signed. I don't think that
Because
contract's gonna get signed.
that's the rumor.
Yeah, yeah, it's not happening. Yeah, I don't think it's. Yeah, I'm like
Uh,
99% sure that's not Tommy.
it's possible. I mean, another MMA fighter, Michael Perry. He said like he had a contract with Jake Paul, which I mean, Mike Perry, he's in bare knuckle. He last defeated MVP in the last bare knuckle event, but like name recognition going from Woodley to Silva to Mike Perry, that's a big drop off.
Yeah, yeah, it's tough, but it's hard for Jake, innit? It's hard to find the fighters. It's not as easy as everyone thinks.
Absolutely, matchmaking is a skill, and that's the thing is, that's why these guys are like Matchroom and Golden Boy, whatever. You might have the A. Hearn, the Oscar, but they also have matchmakers working behind the scenes,
Yeah,
trying to get
of
the
course.
perfect opponent. Um, but Liam, if it was up to you, who would KSI fight next?
Fournier, I'll personally, if it was up to me, he'll fight Fournier next month. Next month
I
on the
like it,
next
man. These
Misfit
guys
event.
need to stay
That's what
active.
I would do. Keep him active, get the rounds in. But he's got to catch up on time.
Yeah, because if, and again, we're saying if if Jake Tommy do happen, and if Jake beats Tommy, then that gap widens because this is Temper's second knockout loss. So Temper
Yeah,
isn't elite. We all might like Temper, but he's not elite. This is his second knockout loss within a year.
yeah. Yeah, Temper just needs to chill, go back to the boardroom and just work on stuff, man. Tuck that chin. Put a tennis ball underneath his chin and just train like that.
Yeah, because not only did he get stopped in twice in a year, it was devastating. The Slim knockout was nasty.
Yeah,
This was a nasty knockout. Like he 100% needs to go
yeah,
back and laugh.
yeah,
And
yeah.
like
Hopefully he does well, man. Hopefully he
everybody
comes
wants to.
back and does well.
I do too, man. But everybody wants to know where's Gibb at, man. Will we be seeing Gibb step back in the ring soon?
Yeah, Gibbs training, man. He's in the mountains, man. Training hard. Training hard. Training hard. He's
Yeah,
up the
and
level,
that's
man.
that's
Need to see a better Gibb. Keep up in the level every fight.
that's the thing because after this Misfits, we all talking about who's the top of the top, and people want to say, you know, salt, J.K. Stop. I'm like, well, we got to include Gibb as well. We have to include Gibb
Uh,
as one of the elites.
Yeah,
Sorry to
of
interrupt.
course.
Astrid wants on, and a few other people want on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'll listen.
cool. I'm gonna let other people speak. Cool, sweet. Bless.
Thanks, Leon. Astrid's here. Who else is here? I think I Show Speed is somewhere in the audience and still wants to come on, but I can't find him.
I know I can't find him either. Tell him he's on his phone because the only way you'll be able to talk is on the phone. If you're on your
Hello,
computer, you won't be able to talk.
I'm here.
So,
Hi.
what do you think of L. Brooks' fight?
Um, it was an impressive fight. They looked like they both put a lot of their heart and soul into it, but I wasn't that impressed by the actual boxing. It looked very scrappy, very very swingy. I had my coach sat next to me, and we just kind of discussed how it seemed very very emotional. There was no kind of thinking, she's swinging at me, so I'm going to step back, make her miss, and then do my thing. It was just full on from the get go. But congratulations to Elle for winning. But if you want to see a boxing match that isn't just swinging, then she should come and fight me.
I mean, that'd be a huge fight. You guys have had beef for a year
Yeah.
now, and the best way to sell it is in the ring.
Oh, absolutely. I agree. I've said a few times I would love to fight her. She just needs to come down in the weight. But she's making more excuses today, saying, she'd rather fight um, Fangs, and if I was to fight her, then I'd need to go up to 57, 58, which is mental. Um, so yeah, at this moment in time, I think I'm the girl to beat. I was the first female fight on Misfits and DAZN to win by TKO. So if she wants to fight, she's gonna have to come down to my weight.
Yeah, and that's where the behind the scenes, contract talks get started. And as fans, we don't see that as a fighter. Like, oh, we sent this person a contract, but
Mm-hmm.
they don't want politics. They don't want to sign him for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, did you have a fight lined up?
Sorry.
I said, do you have any fight lined up anytime
I do.
soon?
Yeah, I have a fight in February the 25th. I can't reveal who it's against, but yeah, I will be back in that ring very very soon.
Okay, so it sounds like it'll be that Jay Swinkler main event card.
Yeah, I'm not too sure who else is on it. I haven't been told that much. Obviously, I'm just trying to focus on my own fight. But yeah, that's going to be a really fun card too.
Absolutely. Misfits is here to stay.
Mm-hmm.
That they delivered another great event, another great excitement.
Mm-hmm.
But again, guys, I gotta wrap this up. I've been doing this for a couple hours. I gotta rest on the E. But shout out to everybody who's a speaker. Shout out to fans who's listening. I will have this whole entire tour space recorded. I'm gonna put this on YouTube. So if guys want to respect you can. But Astrid, before I wrap this up, is there anything you want to say to the fans?
Just thank you so much for supporting and just watching the fights, because without you guys none of us fighters would be able to do what we've got to do. So yeah, thank you so much for all the support. Keep your eyes peeled. I will be in the ring again very soon, and something very exciting is going to come out if I win. So yeah, just very excited for February.
Okay, hey, I'll be looking forward to that. I'm sure that other people will be. Well, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up again. If you want to listen to the whole tour space, it's gonna be on Twitter, but I'm gonna post it on YouTube. So just give me some time. And yeah, this is craziness, man. The next time I do a post show, will either be Jake's fight or the Misfits card. So whichever one comes first.
Thank you for
Yeah.
having me.
So all right.
See you
Peace out,
soon.
everybody.
Minicon says, "What's up?"
Yo,
What it do,
yo,
boy?
Minicon, what's good, man? What's good, man? Hey, crazy night, wasn't it?
It was absolutely mental. Yeah, good night, good show.
Man,
All right, we're gonna go
man.
get drunk.
Yeah, pretty
All right,
much.
all right. Peace out. Peace out.